on. Okay, we're back. Yeah, my internet cut out there. Sorry, everyone. No idea what the hell happened there. I think my whole internet just crashed. But we're back online. Annoyingly, that's really messed up a lot of the stream on YouTube, where it split it and all sorts of things. So that's alright. Bummer. I've got to try and fix that at some point. So yeah, so apologies for that. Slight delay. No idea what caused that. I think just my router just stopped working for a second. And it caused everything to crash. So, apologies, but we're back online. So, if you just joined us, we are doing a case study of World of Warcraft. We've gone through quite a lot already. But obviously, if you have any questions, please let them know in the comments, or chat rather, and I'm happy to answer them as we go. Yeah. So let's just finish this quest thing. I haven't really been paying attention to it. I think I just broke these people out of the stockades and Stormwind, but I'm not paying much attention. I can't remember what the chat left off on before the internet crashed. Hopefully I answered people's questions. I can't really remember. Let's find all these dudes. Mr. Sunshine's asking, what kind of game would I like to make myself? And what part of game dev do you find the hardest? Well, the part I find the hardest is artwork. I'm never happy with my artwork, so I definitely find that the hardest. And what kind of game I'd like to make myself? What, with no budget and no limitations? If I had total reign and full budget and team to help me make it, I'd probably like to make something like an action RPG type thing, like a Zelda type game. There's I've got ideas for a game that I'd like to do such as that, but obviously that's a pipe dream to have that much money and that many people working for me. So yeah, something like that, I think. Right. Okay, now we've got to sneak out of. Okay. So if I don't see the chat messages, I'm trying to pay attention to not fail this thing. If you haven't seen yet, we are doing a special 2-year anniversary live stream on the 30th of October. It'll be a 5 to 6 hour long event where we're going to do all 4 of the types of live streams I do, all in one sitting, and a special extra one where we try and make a whole game within 1 hour. So it'll be quite good. And we also got a load of promotions and things happening during that event. So if you want to celebrate with us, come join us on the 30th. It'll be starting at 10 o'clock in the evening GMT time. So hopefully some more UK people can join us because obviously it's quite late at the moment at this time of night. Oop. Hi Paul. Thanks for joining us tonight. Yeah, I'm here, mate. Oh, okay, wait for that to go past. Okay, let's do this. I'm doing good, Paul. Thank you for asking. Bit tired. Had very little sleep last night, thanks to my son. Only about 3 hours sleep. So I'm pretty exhausted. But happily, I managed to, yesterday finished the Shooter AI series for the Patreon. So Patreons now have all 12 episodes of the Shooter AI series. And we're about to start the next series next week, which will be the Shopkeeper series. So look out for that one if you're a Patreon. If you're not a patron, you can head over to Patreon right now and donate $1, and you get access to all the Shooter AI series, all the equipment series, and many other videos. It's like 14 videos, I think 15 maybe videos. Yeah, loads of stuff like that. So cool. Kim North is asking, in Unreal, if the camera goes below that river, you could use post-processing to make the underwater effects look convincing, right? You are correct, yeah. That'd be a good video to do at some point. Showing how to do that sort of thing. What I've got to do? They're kind of doing it for me. Why? Is it just like a couple getting through? Yes, you just do a post-process. The olden days is you put a big texture in front of the camera. Some games still do that. Just kill that. There we go. Mr. Sunshine, wouldn't it be possible to make a solo story game on your own with decent graphics? With all the assets online and some knowledge in how to model animate the code, or am I naive? Yeah, I mean, you could using the assets online, but it then kind of is not unique. It's not your vision. You're adapting your vision to other people's artwork, and code and things like that. So I think that stuff is great for placeholder and learning things. But I think if you're going to make a game that you want to release, which is why I make games, I want to release them so other people can play them too. You want to make sure that it's unique to you, that it is your identity, and not something that someone can look at and go, oh, you got those assets from here, why, and everywhere else. So I think give that unique spin on it. You need your own assets, but I mean, you could make it all with assets. It's still a lot of work. It's still a lot of systems. It takes a lot of stuff to actually get going. But it is doable. It's just whether how good it'll be, that'd be the question. Kim North, these are NPCs following me in the game at the moment. Mixed mode is a good source for animations. It's not great for a person like myself who comes from a coding background and not animation. Artwork is better than nothing. Mixed mode is okay. It's okay for, again, that placeholder stuff that you can use, but mixed mode's animations and skeleton structures aren't the greatest at supporting Unreal. Unreal requires a root bone to do root motion animation, and a lot of mixed mode's skeletons don't follow that. Also, mixed mode skeletons vary per mesh, which is quite frustrating to use. If you've got multiple enemies, for example, with multiple different meshes, ideally you have them all use the same skeleton. Now you can retarget them, but it's not an exact science. You can, yes, you can do root motion in mixed mode, Kim, but you need to have a root bone on the floor for Unreal to work with it. You can, in the past, when I've used it in the past, I just opened up those animations in Maya and fixed the root motions for my character there. But it varies to mesh. It is a bit ropey sometimes. But yes, as I say, it's great for learning and placeholder stuff. But that's about it. I'll do. Legging it. There's a mix mode plugin. Again, various results for various things. It depends on meshes that you get. Because they're all named differently in skeletons. So mixed mode has its uses. But there's a reason why it's free. I'm going to attack the ice barrier. Cool, must be near the end of this, surely. It's been a long quest line. Do, kill them all, kill them all, kill them all. By the way, if you have any more questions about how World of Warcraft accomplishes things, by all means ask away. These spell effects are done with meshes and particle effects. So again, it's on to-do list to show you how to do particle effects like these, but they are mostly a mesh-based particle effect. That's how you get those unique sort of shapes. There are plugins that support C#. Is that reliable? I've heard that too. It won't be as reliable as the real thing, like C++ that comes with it, as the plugin will need to be updated by a third party. So they're not exactly always up to date and may be buggy. But you can do C# with it. But yeah, I personally prefer C# to C++, but once you learn one, there's not much difference between them. It's just a different way of thinking. The main difference is that because you've got C++, is more worried about pointers and memory allocation and things like that. But once you get past that, it's not too different. I mean, all object-oriented languages are pretty similar. Cool. Oh, God. Getting a numb bum. Okay. Hi, Josh. How you doing, man? By the way, those chat boxes you saw appearing above their heads, they are what is called a diegetic or billboard widget, or 3D, not a 3D widget, but it's a widget that you can take to draw at a location that matches the actor's location on the screen. So where it's being rendered on the screen, you take where it's going to be, and that way it will always rotate towards you. Very simple to do in Unreal. It's just a component you can add to the characters. So notice it always moves around to look at you. Okay, we do that, and off we go. Kim North, these mini cutscenes. Pt2 are covering how to do this at some point. Seems straightforward, but would be nice to know best working practices. Yeah, we'll go through it in a minute. Just get past this cutscene and we'll talk about that. Okay, that was cool. So now on the new content. So yeah, a few questions people are asking. So the mini cutscenes, how are they achieved in Unreal? So, buddy, I've already got a video out that showcases how you can make little cutscenes for your levels. Now, what they've added there is they've added animations and sounds, and it works exactly the same as I did in my tutorial. The only difference is you have different tracks, so you can add an actor track with an animation attached to it. Oh, still going. Wait for this to finish. Cool. All right. We're here. Okay. So, yeah. So as I was saying, you can just add actors and animation tracks to that same sequencer. So it works exactly the same as what I've already shown. I may do another video at some point of how to, when showing actually adding those things and what you achieve with them, but it works pretty much exactly the same. Mr. Sunshine does online co-op or 4-player based games, and servers like WoW have the same difficulty to make or code, or is it a whole other level? Online multiplayer stuff makes it a lot harder, because you basically got to make the code for the dedicated server as well, and that's usually a separate bit of software that has been run on a server somewhere. So it is extra difficult because you have to make another bit of code. Plus, you've also got to keep in mind of what you're working with. All different types of connections, with all different types of lag, with all different types of packets and firewalls and ports and so forth, and IP addresses. There comes a lot in difficulty in sense of not just programming but also design. Yes, why so you don't have big games like MMOs turn into like actual real proper action combat games. They usually work on a slight timer of some kind, because that stuff does come into play. But online multiplayer is one of the hardest things to do in games, so always leave that till last if you're learning how to make games. Have I seen The Last of Us in-game footage and trailer recently? It looks amazing. What are your thoughts? Quite hey. Keep yawning. It does look amazing. Naughty Dog have amazing artists and animators. All their stuff that they've always done always looks amazing. The only hesitance I have with it is I wish they did something a little different. They're very good at storytelling, very good at animation and effects and artwork, but it's always in a controlled, very, very linear game. And like the difference between Last of Us and Uncharted in gameplay terms is not much. It's basically all story and artwork that separates the two. So I would prefer if they were doing sequels to Last of Us 2, they do it for different reasons other than story. I mean, yes, if you've got more story to tell, by all means do it. But I think it would be beneficial to take some more risks. Something a bit more experimental, something a bit different. Because essentially what they're making is making a game that has existed for 20, 30 years almost. Like, if you think back to all the action games that had on PS1, this is just the same as it, just evolved graphics, animation, and effects, and so forth. Oh, God. There's barely much difference in the sense of design. So what they've done is they've taken those games and refined them to an art form. And there is amazing skill to be acknowledged by that, but the game designer in me would like to see them apply that creativity to something a bit more different. I don't know what, but something different in their books anyway. I've got to follow this dude. Am I excited for Cyberpunk? Hell yeah. I love Witcher games. They are awesome. Cyberpunk just looks amazing. It looks like it's right up my alley, so I'm well up for that. Kim North, how do you snow footprints in Unreal? There's two ways. There's the cheap way, which is decals. So you put a decal where the foot lands. As simple as that, really. Then make the decal fade away. or the more expensive way, where you actually have deformed snow, and you can make the snow deform underneath the footprint, and that's done using materials to handle pixel offsets. That's a whole tutorial in itself. That's a bit of work to do that one, but you can make it so it deforms the snow underneath your feet, or underneath anything really. But the cheap method is just decals. Yeah, so check out my videos on decals if you haven't seen it. Basically, they're like stickers that you put on the floor. So this ring you see around the character here, that'll be a decal. Okay, it's just stuck on the ground. And you know it's a decal because if you get something on a slope... can I do it to myself? I don't think I can. Actually. So this is a decal. This target reticle here. So if you can notice decal, because decals project downwards in this game anyway, they project down. And like a real projector, when it hits a side of wall, like you see there, it stretches the texture because it just sees that as a vertical position, so it just goes directly downwards, so you get it stretched downwards. But that's a decal. That's how we do decals. So this one is that. I've got to ride. What I've got to ride? I've got to ride this. Okay. A lot of this game relies on decals for its spell effects. They're very cheap and very easy to create and make them look good. Mr. Sunshine, are you currently working on a game of your own? I am. I'm almost done with it. I've just got to finish 4 pieces of artwork for it, and it's pretty much done. And that is my mobile game Blob. I've got videos about it on the channel. It's been heavily delayed because I've just been so busy with the channel. But that is almost done. After that, there is also the firefighting game that I'm working on as well. That's my 3D game made in Unreal. And that will be starting work again in earnest once Blob is out. Hopefully before Christmas that game is out. But we'll see, because work gets in my way and channel is busy. There's a lot of stuff to work on. No voice acting again this one. I dare not try and do a troll accent and be accused of being extremely racist. But there you go. Yeah, Mr. Sunshine, the videos of Blob are on the channel. You can even see a video from last year where I'm discussing the firefighting game as well. Hi Adrian, thanks for liking my videos. I am now Speaker of the Horde. Okay, complete that quest. Yeah, there we go. Oh, sorry, hang on. Okie dokie. So, okay, so where we gotta go now? We gotta go talk to this dude. Follow them. Thanks for joining us, Mr. Sunshine. And I'll see you next time. Cheers. By the way, guys, the archive for this live stream tonight will be available to patrons immediately after the live stream, if not early morning tomorrow. Otherwise, I was meant to get on that. Otherwise, it would be up 2 weeks later for everyone else. So you can get it just for $1. You can get this archive plus about 14, 15 other videos exclusive to patrons. Let's go down. There we go. I need a signal the horde. Have I been playing WoW a long time? Yes. I joined WoW back in when it was 1.9. Fair number of years ago. When I was back in college and school. I did take a little break recently, actually. I didn't play Legion. I missed Legion. So I stopped at the end of Warlords of Draenor, missed Legion, and I literally only just picked it back up again. I just quickly leveled up to 110, and now I'm doing the Battle for Azeroth stuff. Yeah, I like WoW. It's cool. It's good because you can just chill out and play it. You don't have to think too hard to play it. Plus, I'm a sucker for lore and story and stuff like that, and it's got loads of that, and I love their lore and story. Right, this way. Oh, got to do a tour. An escort. Oh, so slow. Is there support in Unreal for point and click on items features? For example, for just using event handler and getting the actor which was clicked on, or is it more complicated? You mean items inside the actual world? When you click on the world, when you just a mouse click, you can get the item or actor at the location underneath the mouse click, and then with that you do what you need to be done to it. You can make it selected or do an action. It's not too difficult. You can just literally get the actor underneath the mouse. I think there's a node literally just called that, get actor under mouse, or get like, vector under mouse, something like that. No, I'll go down here. So we've got a portal room to the capital cities. Okay. No worries, Kim. Go this way. This way. Emissary. Don't know what that is. Oh, it's a bank. Okay. How do I go there? Ah. And up here. Okay. By the way, to get the name of the text to come up for the area, essentially you have a giant volume around the area, and when you enter a new volume, it just prints the name of that variable on that volume. It's pretty easy to do. I can't see in the Vault of Kings. Let's go up another level. Nope. A Great Seal. So that'd be a bank. Then we go up here. Ah, there you go. Indoors, camera-wise, there's not much to it. The spring arm in Unreal, the spring arm, there's a collision tick box. You can make it collide. So basically, it figures out if it needs to pull the camera in or not, like it does in here. But yes, indoor ones are trickier. But the spring arm will fix a lot of that for you because it does that sort of behaviour where it pulls it in. I don't think this is right. No. Turn it back up here. Oh, I've died. Okay. Let's find this thing. We can go for just a little bit longer before we then start signing off. Because I'm very tired. I want to get some sleep. So next week's live stream will be a live tutorial. So look out for that one. I haven't yet fully decided which one we're going to do yet. I've got a couple in mind. So keep an eye out for the announcement for that. Oh, there we go. Found him. Cool. So, hello, Grand. On my Patreon, for $1, you get access to all the videos early before anyone else. Some of those videos are like 2 months ahead of everyone else. Other times it could be 2 weeks. Between 2 weeks and 2 months, I reckon it comes out in. Currently, there's like 14 videos up there that are early access for Patrons, plus some exclusive videos as well. So you get some exclusive videos as well as early access ones, access to the Discord channel, and that's all for the dollar entrance. $5 patrons get access to my plan, so you can see what videos are coming up and what's on the docket, as well as voting on a monthly video that will be released each month. So currently there's 4 videos up for vote for those patrons up on here and on Patreon, where they can vote for the video they want to see out of those 4 the most. So that happens every month as well, and that's for the silver patrons at $5 a month. $10 patrons get access to the project files of the projects from the video series, which they can then use to their own leisure, as well as all the previous rewards. Then you've got Diamond, which is, or Platinum, I can't remember which one comes next. It's the $20 one. The $20 one is you get access. You get a personal review of a project. So I'll review a project with you and give you some feedback on what you could do to improve it or do different things like that. As well as you get bigger credits on the videos and on the website as well. And the top tier, the $50 patrons, they get all of that stuff, as well as a personal one-to-one chat for an hour and a bit per month, where we can go through their project and give advice and guidance based on what they're doing. So you get a private tuition basically each month with that as well. But yes, for $1 you get quite a lot of content, as Kim was pointing out. It's quite a lot of videos, and I'm trying to do more and more videos, and there's more and more stuff coming out soon. Trying to get so you guys almost have like almost a year's worth of stuff going, but we'll see. Patrons should get a lot of content in my eyes, so you'll get loads of content before everyone else. But yeah, just $1. So the latest video they got was the finale of the Shooter AI series. They got that yesterday. And the Discord has a community of people where everyone's sharing ideas, showing off their work, bug fixing each other's work. I'm on there as well. So got a growing community there as well. At the moment, Patreon has a goal of, if we hit 250 patrons, I will start doing a podcast about games development and gaming in general. Got some cool stuff lined up for ideas for that, so it'd be cool to eventually get that going if we get to that goal. Okay, so I think we've done all the intro quests to Battle for Azeroth, I think. Yeah, we have. Cool. So just got these 3 zones. And there are 3 quests. Cool. Yeah, the EQS server, as Kim was putting out, on the AI series is really cool. I quite like doing that. That was quite fun. EQS is very powerful for those sort of things, and if when you start applying your mind to it, you can do some really cool stuff with that. So we do it with just cover, but you can make it do all sorts of things. Yeah, good times. There will be more AI series coming out after the Shooter AI series. I think we could continue doing AI for the rest of the time. There's so much you could do with it. But I want to try and get some other series on the go. So the next series coming out for patrons is the Shopkeeper AI. Shopkeeper series. So going up to a shop and purchasing items with in-game currency. Okay, so we've got to speak to the king, and that's it, right? We're gonna leave this here. So yeah, we'll go back to sign off in a minute. So if you have any questions, please ask them now before we say goodnight. We'll get to crafting. Yes, we will get to crafting at some point. Probably after the shopkeeper one, actually. Because they're fairly tied together. So yeah, we'll do crafting. What kind of crafting would we like to see, though? What kind of game? Oh, do you want me to try and mimic with the crafting? Because there's loads of crafting in loads of different games and all done differently. So, what do you suggest as a game to mimic for their crafting system? And I'll take a look, see, and try and mimic it. Okay, so combining potions, yeah, Zelda. Okay, yeah, pretty simple. Yeah, like Breath of the Wild, yeah. Yeah, that's okay. That's similar to what I had in mind. I had in mind something like the Last of Us one, where you can craft items based on components you've picked up, ingredients you've picked up. So you'd have a data table. To accomplish something like that, you'd probably have a data table when you're combining things. For each item, you'll have a recipe, which you essentially is an indication of what items will belong to it. But I have to have an experiment first, find out the best system for you guys to follow, and we'll go for that. Yeah, but a data table sounds like the cleanest route. But we could also do it just through actor terms as well, with default class settings as well. But we'll get to that. If you don't know how I do it, every series we make, I make the whole thing first before filming it to get some semblance of what kind of ideas we want to go forwards with it, and then I'll record the videos after the fact. That way, I make sure I try and make a series where it's easy enough to follow and doesn't go on for too long. Ideally, I'll try and get your series to 10 episodes. I think the Shooter AI one's 12. I try not to go above that. So yeah, I'll test it all out beforehand. So at the moment, I'm testing out the Shopkeeper one. Grand is asking, just curious, how long have you been doing game development? How did you get started with it? And you find my videos very helpful. Oh, I'm glad you find them helpful. That's excellent. So I've been doing games development now for about 12, 13 years. I studied it at university, and I now teach it professionally as my career. I work at a college where I teach games development and also manager of the media area at the college. I got started with it just by doing it at university, and I got interested at doing it at university because I liked playing games. I liked, in my spare time, I found myself spending my half terms and holidays designing games and writing up game design documents and drawing maps and things like that. And it's something I wanted to try and do and figure out how to do. And yeah, I've been doing it ever since. So I've been teaching it for about 8 years now, professionally. And the channel has been going for 2 years. So we've got, that must be to plug the 2-year anniversary video. So if you want to see us on the 30th of October, it will be our 2-year anniversary live stream event, a 5 to 6 hour long event where we do all various manner of topics. So our live streams have 4 topics. I'm going to do all 4 of those in one stream, as well as an extra special stream where I'm going to try and make a whole game within 1 hour. I'm going to zip through that as quick as I can and try and make a game in an hour. We'll see how far I get with that. There'll be also some promotions and some giveaways and things like that, just to celebrate 2 years and thanking you guys for supporting me in making this content. As I've always mentioned, I want to try and do this as a full-time thing. I really enjoy making content for you guys, so I want to do it full-time and increase production values and do a lot more cool things in it. I've got some really cool things I'm discussing at the moment with people, what we could do, things like interviews and so forth. I've got one interview actually coming out soon. Just finishing editing it, so that'd be quite a good one to get out to you guys. I just want to eventually build this channel to be sort of the haven for all game development knowledge. So if you want to know how to make games, I'm the person to go to see. Yeah. Might as well empty my bags while I'm here. Sell my junk. And I want that. I don't want this. Don't want that. Don't want that. Nope. 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 Keep all this. Keep all that. Keep all that. Cool. Okay, I think that'll just about do us, I think, for tonight. Yeah, we'll end it here. So, thanks very much for everyone for coming by and watching me tonight in this case study of World of Warcraft. We went through a few things, such as their design for their databases and what they do to achieve their skills, so decals and damage and all that sort of stuff we've gone through tonight, minus a internet cutout. So thanks very much for coming by and watching, and thank you for supporting me still. If don't forget, we've got the 5-year anniversary live stream happening on the 30th at 10 o'clock GMT in the evening, and that'll be a 5 to 6 hour long event, so look forward to that. Don't forget, Patreon, we have videos up there for all the early access videos. There's about 15 videos up there for people that's early access, as well as all our archive, behind the scenes, exclusive videos as well, Discord, so forth, on patreon.com/Ryan Laley. Don't forget to like us and subscribe to all of our content, such as the Facebook page, Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff, because I post stuff everywhere I can. But sometimes I will forget to do it, so make sure you subscribe to all of them and make sure you get all the content. So thank you for everyone stopping by once again, and I'll see you all guys next week for our live stream, and next week's live stream will be a live UE4 tutorial, so come by to get a live class with me next Saturday. Thanks again, and good night.